I'm the sports professor, Rick Horrow. Welcome to Beyond the Scoreboard, Inside the Mega Events. It's a $1 trillion sports business, to be sure, and about 50 to 60% of those dollars are wrapped up in the mega events, the championships, Super Bowls, All-Star Games, World Series, Wimbledon, tennis majors, golf majors, NASCAR championships, IndyCar championships, Ryder Cup. All of those too numerous to mention. I'm in my office to kick off the show, but I'm not here a lot. I'll be on the road on a weekly basis to bring you the inside tips from those major events. The balance sheets, who wins, who loses, the interviews, how you put on the events, and how you sustain them. This is all brought to you by Edelman Financial.
Money doesn't come with instructions. That's why we created Edelman Financial Services to help you with everything from college and retirement planning to managing your investments, helping you achieve retirement security. We're among the nation's top financial advisors. Come see how we can help you.
Sports professor Rick Horrow, destined for Bethpage. It's 58 degrees, 60s. It's not Florida, but it's the only place the PGA Championship is played, so let's get up there. The industry itself, though, needs a little bit of analysis before we see how Tiger ends up shooting himself out of the first round or whether he'll continue to enthrall a nation like he has before. So for a few minutes, let's just talk about the National Golf Foundation study, what it means and what's happened with it. First of all, round stability. Quoting from the study itself, the negative weather impact, but 434 million rounds of golf played last year, about a 5% year-over-year decline. The third wettest year nationally, dating back to 1895, which I don't remember. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association talked about it, and they talked about the bottom line of the weather on the overall impact of the courses. Not sure of all of that, but with the number of rounds, it's certainly something from which to build. Here's the other issue, which is pretty positive. Golf participation remains stable. An estimated 24.5 million people aged 6 and above who played golf on a course in 2018, a slight increase from 23.5 million a year earlier. So here's the interesting dynamic. They're talking about 9.3 million additional people taking up the game. What does that mean? Topgolf and Drive Shack. The first time I can ever remember, and I look back at some of the studies, that the NGF has actually acknowledged a Topgolf entertainment center as part of the spirit of the game. Remember some of the old discussions about the 15-inch hole and the tee it forward and who's for it and who's against it. Well, bottom line is everybody should be for it if it means that 30 million people, Americans, talk about playing golf, and whether you're playing on a third-floor condo practice area with a couple of beers in your hand or playing on a course, it's playing golf. And that's really important for people to understand. Take a look at some of the other highlights. The total reach, 107 million people, as we've said. 74 million watch or read about golf but don't play. 33.5 million play in some context. Again, the important distinction. 3, 2, 1. So the important distinction is not only who watches and who plays, but who's interested in the game. That's really important. Here's the other piece of this, which is also very important. The bottom line of who is entering the game. National Golf Foundation opens up. Total reach, 107 million people. 74 million watched or read. 33 million also playing in some context. The ones who are involved, a 10% increase since 2017. Very important as well. Juniors and young adults, 6 to 17 and 18 to 34, comprise about 35% of on-course golfers, 2.5 million junior participants, and 6.1 million young adults. 5.7 million women who play golf, 2018. Women about 23% of the on-course golfer base, 44% of off-course only play. Again, let's remember Topgolf. Newcomers, really important number, increasingly diverse. 31% female, 26% non-Caucasian, 62% under the age of 35. The Young Star, the First Tee program, golf development, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. That was 2018. Let's see what happens in 19 after the Masters. The number of golfers age 65 or over increased about 17% to 4.2 million in 2018. And the NGF says it continues to increase as long as the baby boomers continue to play. Obvious, but also very important, given the understanding that golfers who spend money may be traditionally older. 17.9 rounds in 2018. That's the average golfer. Didn't take into account me. These are golf balls in my office, but how about all of the other ones? The average price for an 18-hole round in a public golf facility is $35. And importantly, over 20 million committed golfers who account for about 95% of all the rounds. Those are the ones that golf continues to strive and thrive for, yet having the new workforce and golf force involved as well. So here's the other issue from an equipment and supply side. The NGF says the total number of golf courses supply declined by about 1.2%. 12.5 new 18-hole equivalent golf courses and 198.5 course closures. The closures have outweighed new openings nationwide since 2006. But with the building boom, more than 4,000 courses open, boosting the U.S. supply by 44%. The U.S., they say, really importantly, remains the best supplied golf market in the world. About 15,000 facilities and 17,000 courses, more than 75% open to all players, the highest public to private ratio anywhere. So here's what we learn. Golf, good hands. Stability, better than it was post-2008 with the economy. Tiger, bringing more golfers back than ever before. More people watching, more people participating with Topgolf and otherwise. And the youngsters on the male and the female side should also help carry the day. Understanding that, I'm going to go out and play a few rounds and get to Bethpage and play a few more rounds and then join you from the U.S. Open at Pebble, and then can't wait for Northern Ireland at Portrush, the first time ever played there, basically Rory's hometown. Sports Professor Rick Horrow, spotlight on mega events, PGA Championship at Bethpage.